Hello people! Today's video is going to be the part 2 to my yearly beauty favourites. So the first one I did was all just my favourite high-end makeup of the year. Saying that video that I was going to break it up into 2 parts because I just have so many things that I wanted to talk about. So today's video is going to be all about drugstore and affordable makeup, 2 skincare products I wanted to mention as well. So if you're interested in seeing all of my yearly beauty favourites that are all affordable or from the drugstore, then be sure to give the video a thumbs up and just keep watching. So the first product that I want to talk about is a face wash. So this I've been obsessed with for pretty much the whole year. So this is the St. Ives Blackhead Clearing Green Tea Face Scrub, and it's supposed to help clear blackheads and calm any redness. This does everything it says. It's 100% natural, so it's really good for the skin. I usually use this, is not all the time because it is an exfoliating face wash. I use it usually the week before it's my time of the month, and then while it's my time of the month because that's the time when I always break out. But this is so helpful. It will literally, if you have any small blackheads, or even if you have like a pimple or anything, like a bump on your head, if you use this face wash and just kind of massage it over it, it will seriously reduce it. It won't necessarily, it works so well, and you can literally get this from Boots, Superdrug. Can't live without this. I always have to have one in the house. The thing I want to talk about is probably going to be no surprise if you are someone that watches my channel quite regularly, but this is the Neutrogena Hydraboost Gel Cream. They have 2 different types. I think they have like a more water-based one. They have this one, which is the gel cream. This is my favourite moisturiser ever. My favourite. It just hydrates the skin so well, but it won't make you greasy. So if you're someone with oily skin, this is still going to be a really good moisturiser for you. I use this at day, I use it at night sometimes as well. I do have separate ones, but I usually use it in the day. If you use it at night, I would wake up and I could still feel the hydration from the cream on my skin. And that's what I really love about these kind of moisturisers. If you have really dry skin, definitely recommend trying this. So if you know me, then you know that I'm literally a primer fiend. I don't have any face primers for this whole video. Definitely gonna try and find some more affordable primers that I really like this year. To be fair, I've already found one that I really like, which is the one from my last video, the unicorn drops. I'm obsessed with that. I literally love that. We're gonna skip past that and we're gonna go straight onto foundation. First foundation, again, if you watch my channel quite regularly, then you'll know this is literally gonna be no surprise to anyone, but this is literally my favorite foundation ever. This is the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD Illuminating Long Wear Foundation. It's everything that it says right there. This is literally the best foundation I've ever tried. My holy grail foundation is the Dior Skin Forever, but I think that's because this is so similar to it. It's really lightweight on your skin, but you can literally build it up to the most full coverage. Like, you could put about 5 layers of this foundation on and it will not look cakey, it will not look drying. For me, I just love this so much. It feels so nice and lightweight on the skin, but it will give you all the coverage that you need. I use this time and time again when I'm going on a night out, anything where I'm taking any flash photography or anything like that, but I also use it every day and I keep coming back to it. I love this guy so much. Seriously, if you can get your hands on LA Girl, if you're in the UK, they sell them on Beauty Bay. Just try it, seriously, especially if you have dry skin as well. It will look so good. Seriously, try this foundation. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Next foundation is the one that I'm wearing on my skin right now. This is the Loreal Pro Glow 24-Hour Foundation. Don't know if it lasts up to 24 hours, never tried it, don't plan on trying it, but this is so good. I'd say it's similar to the LA Girl foundation, but for me it's not as long wearing. This is the perfect everyday foundation, so the perfect summer foundation where if you're going to the beach or anywhere where you just want to have a bit of colour or just something on your skin, I feel like this is the perfect thing to wear. It's really lightweight, and obviously, like you can tell, I'm wearing it right now. It's very lightweight and dewy on the skin. Very fresh looking as well. The downside to this is I feel like if you build it up a bit too much, it does look a bit foundation-y. Kind of like the case with most L'Oreal foundations. I don't really use them that much and I don't really like them. Just go in with a really light layer of this, then oh my god, you have a great foundation. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this one. It's a really, really good one. It's got it's a squeezy tube, little bottle. It's great to travel with. Not that I do, I never leave my house. So forgot to mention, I will leave all the shade names and everything in the description box because I'm way too excited to tell you them right now. And the last foundation that I wanted to talk about is this guy right here. I feel like this is such an underrated brand and such an underrated product, but this is the No. 7 Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Serum Foundation. This is amazing. Like, this is one of those products that I use so much off camera, never use it on camera. Is this kind of like everyday, it's like my perfect kind of everyday foundation where I don't want to make it look like I'm wearing any foundation. It's kind of like an in-between of the LA Girl and the L'Oreal Pro Glow. It's more dewy than the L'Oreal one, but it hasn't got the amount of coverage that the LA Girl one has. I think that's the best way to describe it. It's very, very long wearing on the skin though, and it's just kind of like a second skin. I feel like that's the only way that I can really describe it, and it's really, really good to wear in the summer. But yeah, that's all I really want to say about that. And it makes you look healthy. I think that's the best. I think that's another way to describe it, is that it leaves your skin looking healthy. Like, you're not going to look overly dewy out or just like really wet. You're just going to look healthy. Okay, concealers. I am just going to breeze through this product super fast. Obviously these guys right here. These are the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealers. I have two different shades. I use C10 and C12. I kind of go in between. But these concealers are incredible. These are the best concealers at the drugstore. So everyone says that these are dupes to Tarte Shape Tape. I 100% disagree. Now, I used to think that, but now that I've tried the Jouer Essential High Coverage Concealer, you know, that one that I'm obsessed with, are dupes for the Jouer one, because to be fair, I've always said this, but when everyone was comparing this to the Shape Tape, I did always say that the Shape Tape is a bit more full coverage and a bit more matte. These ones leave your under eyes looking quite dewy, and that's what the Jouer ones do. So these ones are not dupes for Shape Tape in my opinion. They are more like these Jouer ones. I'm also team Jouer now. I'm sorry, Shape Tape. I actually haven't used Shape Tape anymore since I've got that Jouer one, unless I've used it in a video. But yeah, these are literally like the Jouer ones, and I think that's why I love them even more now, because they will literally just leave a really, really nice, natural, fresh looking under eye. Whereas I feel like the Shape Tape is quite heavy and it will not necessarily dry out, but it will matte your under eye a lot more. So I do prefer these. I do think that you have to use a bit more product than say the Jouer one. These are £4 each. You can't go wrong. I'm gonna breeze through this. I know I didn't really breeze through that, but this one I'm gonna breeze through because it's this guy right here. This has just appeared on my channel time and time again, and it will still appear time and time again. Dermablend Loose Powder from the brand Vichy. I'm in love. Like, it's kind of like Physicians Formula, you know, where it's a bit expensive, where you're kind of like, why are you at the drugstore when you're that pricey? But it's still at the drugstore, so that's why I'm counting it. Worth it. I love this guy so much. It's just super, 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 super finely milled, and it just leaves your under eyes just looking really flawless. It doesn't give any flashback whatsoever. I love the combination of this powder with the Revolution concealer. It just makes you look airbrushed and flawless, and you'll never look powdery no matter how much of this you put on. I love it. Okay, products. I really was confused on whether to put these in my high-end video or this one. These guys right here, these are the Sosu by Suzanne Jackson cream contour sticks. I've talked about these so much recently. I feel like everyone's sick of me talking about them. These are the best cream contour sticks I have ever tried. Basically, if you are afraid to cream contour, or you feel like you can't do it, or these, whack them on your face. Use a brush for like 2 seconds and they'll be blended out. Literally blend themselves. They will just sculpt your skin. I don't know how it does it. I don't know how they do it. The formula is so good, so creamy. Seriously, just try these. Seriously, seriously, seriously. If you're onto bronzers and like contour powders, this one's being the best affordable bronzers ever. I hate that these are not more easily accessible in the UK, but you can get them off Amazon. That's where I got these from. These are the very well known and very well loved Physicians Formula butter bronzers. I have two different shades here. I have the light bronzer shade, which I like to use for more contouring when I just want like a very natural contoured look, And then I have the shade Bronzer, which is the one I used over the cream contour today. That's the warmth that you see there. They're amazing. They smell incredible. They smell like pineapples and coconuts, and the formula is so good. These are worth the money. I love them. They have the best formula. They're so easy to blend. I have these two as well. So this guy is the Makeup Geek medium skin bronzer, and this one is in the shade Tawney. I love this guy. This is one of those products that I will use for like a month straight, and then I'll put it back in my collection and I won't see it for like 3 months. But when I use it, I love it so much. This is such a really creamy formula. Like, it's so blendable on the skin as well. I just love this so much. I'll do my bronzer as normal, and I'll just take like a small amount of this and I'll apply it right in the hollows of the cheekbones, just to really sculpt out like just the hollows, and it changes the look. It just transforms it completely. And then the last bronzer that I want to talk about is this little fella right here. This is the Morphe Brontour. So it's a bronzer and a contouring powder all in one, and this one is in the shade Celebutante. So I don't really care for like this whole split pan situation. I just dunk my brush, swirl it around in all of it, and just apply it on the skin. It reminds me of the Makeup Geek one that I just talked about as well, because it's just so easy to blend, very soft and creamy. I really love this formula, and I just think you should try it 100%. When it came to blush, I feel like I'm kind of stuck in like the blushes that I just love and use all the time. The most affordable one that I've loved this year is again by Physicians Formula. This is the Butter Blush, and it's in the shade Nude Silk. I'm wearing this on my cheeks right now just a little bit. I don't like too much blush. It's just the perfect nude warm toned blush ever. Again, I don't need to talk about this too much because it's exactly the same as the bronzer formula. It smells the same, feels the same, and it applies the same, and it's just really nice. And I love highlighter. We have highlighter. I have two. I don't know why I got so excited. It is a collab, and this, I feel like out of everything that I have, like everything that I have here, this one is just worth your money so much, and it's very affordable as well. This is the Soph X Revolution highlighting palette. Highlighting palette is £8. It's absolutely incredible, as you'll see with the swatches that will probably put on the screen now. But they blend so nicely in the skin. She has a load of different finishes. She has like a baked formula and then just like the normal powdered one. £8, and I'm just obsessed. I've got it on top of the other highlight that I'm going to talk about, but the gleam and the wow that you see right there, that's this guy right here. It's just amazing. Alright, it's £8. Look how many colours you get in there, and it's just such a good formula. I love this. The highlighter that I've got on my skin and that I just think is so good as well, the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter. This one is in the shade Molten Gold. It is the perfect shade for me. I love this. I'm obsessed with this thing. Like, the colour is perfect. It's not too deep for me, not too light, and it's just perfect. There's highlights that I love to wear every day because it can look very natural, but you can really build it up and get like that blinding effect. I feel like if you want it to look more natural, just use it with a dry brush. But if you want to get like a really intense highlight from this, I'd say to like spray your face before you apply the highlight, then apply the highlight and then spray your face once more. It's kind of like the Amrezy one. I feel like it blinds when you do that. So yeah, this is just a really good one. I'm quickly just going to mention this little fella here. This is the Rimmel Brow This Way Clear Brow Gel. I love this little guy. It's just very helpful. It's boring, but it's so helpful. It's a super affordable brow gel. It just does the job. It will just stick up your hairs and just keep your brows just in place all day. And it's so affordable. It's just really good, and I love this guy, so I just wanted to get him in the video as well. Before I go on to eyes, I've just got eyes and lips left. I just wanted to talk about this guy, alright? This isn't from the drugstore, but this is affordable, and to be fair, obviously I've already got Morphe in here, and I find Morphe just a very affordable brand. Continuous setting mist, and it's the best mist and spray ever. It's literally like, it's just a continuous mist, and it's so good. Like, It's really nice as well. It just, I feel like it does like add like an extra glow to your skin, but like the mist is so fine, you can just like go in with this for like 10 minutes and just spray forever. The mist is really good and I feel like it does genuinely work. I feel like it is just a very good setting spray. I do think it's kind of like the Urban Decay All Nighter, but I think it's a bit lighter than that one. Like sometimes that can matte your skin a tiny bit and like really like kind of suck the life out of your face a little bit. But this is a lot more fresher than that. It will kind of leave a nice glow to your skin, but it will set it really well as well. Lip options, so I'm gonna kind of breeze through the eyes as quickly as I can. Just quickly wanted to mention this mascara here. I've literally been using this every single day since I've bought it. It's the perfect everyday mascara. It's the Maybelline Colossal Volume Express Black Mascara. I'm wearing it right now. I've like put like 2 or 3 layers, but like my bottle's like empty. So I feel like I haven't been able to put enough on, but literally I feel like you can use this mascara as like a night out mascara, or you can just wear it every day. I love using this as an everyday mascara. It's my favorite go-to and it's just really good, super affordable. Try it, it's a good product. Before I get onto the palettes, I have 3 palettes that I want to talk about. I have some of the little eye products I wanted to talk about first. Then I wanted to give a shout out to these little fellas here. These are the Makeup Revolution. So we have 2 glitter bombs and then we have one of the crushed pearl pigments. I just have like 3 different colours here. I have a gold, a pink and a copper. The gold one is the crushed pearl pigment, so it's not obviously glitter, it's more of like a coloured pigment, if you will. But these are just so good. They're so good for the money. They're like, everyone raves about like MAC glitters and MAC pigments. These are so affordable. They have better packaging, I think, and they're a fraction of the price. They do exactly the same thing. So I just think get these. Seriously, like I will not spend a lot of money on like pigments or glitters now because I've got these and they're so good. So yeah, just get these. They're amazing. Next up is probably one of my favorites from this whole video. Like 2018 has just been the year for liquid eyeshadows, cream eyeshadows, just any kind of jelly eyeshadows. You know, there's been everything with eyeshadow this year. Like one of the highlights of the whole year in makeup has literally been liquid eyeshadows. And I know that I feel like Stila is the brand that kind of set the bar and kind of started off the whole craze. You know, they have the magnificent like metals, they have the glitters, they have all that kind of stuff. But I want to talk about these guys. These are so affordable. They do pretty much exactly the same, but they are kind of different in a way. Like I'll explain it in a minute. But these are so worth the money. I feel like you don't need to get the Stila ones if you have these, because these are just as good. The Colourpop Supernova shadows, they're the liquid eyeshadows. Obviously you get them off the Colourpop website. 6 of them here. I don't need 6, but I love them so much. I have 6 to like tell you a bit about them all, but I feel like some of them are kind of hit and miss. I feel like there are certain ones, well to be fair, no, they're all good, but I feel like with certain shades you have to use it once you've already applied all your eyeshadow and it's the last thing you're gonna apply onto your lid. I think which one? The shade Hard to Impress. I remember trying this out for the first time, and when I applied it and then I went to kind of like blend some shadow into the crease, it kind of blended away this on the lid and it just kind of like crumbled off and it just went. So this shade in particular, I haven't actually had that with any of the other shades, and I have 5 other ones. But this one you just have to apply last or it will kind of just blend away. A little doe foot applicator is so easy to apply. Just swipe it onto the lid with your brush and you're good to go. They're so quick, they're so easy to apply, and they are so affordable. I just love them. I've actually got on my lid now, I've got the shade Rush Hour, which is this really nice light glittery gold. This is the shade Rush Hour, it's just a really nice glittery gold. Then my ultimate favourite is the one that Kathleen Likes created with Colourpop. This one is in the shade Constellation and it's just a beautiful rose gold glittery pink. I'm obsessed with this one. That one I feel like is a dupe for Kitten Karma from Stila. Then we have the shade Dragon, which is a kind of, I'd say it's more of an orangey coppery gold. Then we have Walk of Fame, which is similar to Dragon, but it's just a bit more of a lighter, subtler orange, I'd say, and it's still a really nice gold as well. And then we have these two guys right here. We have the shade Hard to Impress, we have the shade Moonlit, which is a bit more of a glittery one, but this is a really, really nice pinky purple, but it's perfect for like festival times, I feel. Wanted to mention them because I love them. They're amazing. I have eyeshadow palettes. Hang in there, hang in there, hang in there. No, I have 4 eyeshadow palettes. Did I say 3 before? Because I can't count. This little fella right here. This is fairly new-ish. I've only been using this for the past few months, to be fair, but I fell in love with it as soon as I tried it because of the price. This is like a £3 palette and it's amazing. Wild Comfort Zone eyeshadow palette. This little champagne-y shade here, don't like it. Powdery, don't care for it. Everything else on the palette is absolutely incredible. The swatches, such an affordable palette, and these seriously blend like a dream. I've used this shade here, which is just called Transition. I've used this in the crease today and I love it. It's the perfect warm brown. All the other shades, like I said, except this guy right here, they're all just perfect. They blend so well and they work really well with each other as well. That's what I really like about the palette too. And yeah, I just really love this palette. I think it's really good to travel with because it's just like really tiny. Yeah, it's just in a little plastic case. And again, I feel like if you're starting out with makeup and you know you just need like a starting out eyeshadow palette, I feel like this is a really good one to try. I've never personally tried the other ones. I should do, but I haven't. But yeah, I think this is definitely a good one to try. The next one is, again, like I was talking about before, it's one of Soph's other collabs. This is her Extra Spice eyeshadow palette. This is hands down the best eyeshadow palette that you can buy from the drugstore, okay? I'm not talking about affordable because personally for me, Colourpop do the best affordable eyeshadows. But from the drugstore, so from Boots, Superdrug, this is the best. You're not gonna get better than this as of yet. Came out with the first palette and I liked it, but once this came out, I got rid of that. The formula is so much better on this. This is the £10 palette, I think, £10 or £12. And look how many shades you get. If you love warm tones, then this is going to be a really good palette for you. Even still, it's got like a nice kind of grungy, cool tone section down here. And to be fair, I really love the green Aurora. I love that. I use it all the time. And I don't know, it's just the formula is so good. It's got a mirror. It's perfect. That's an amazing palette. 2 Colourpop ones, which of course Colourpop had to make it into the eyeshadow palette. This is the palette I want to talk about first because it's been a favourite of mine since it came out and it's one of my favourite eyeshadow palettes of all time. I go back to it time and time again. It's just amazing. This is the Yes Please palette. I think it was literally the first eyeshadow palette, like palette that they came out with. The formula just is so good, so creamy, so easily to blend. I just love it. I've used this gold shade here, that's what I've got all over my lid. Such a good formula and they're so affordable and they're a really great brand. I love Colourpop. Then we have the Perception palette. This is Shayla's collab with Colourpop. Has a mirror, you know, the colour selection, again, I just love it. I love this palette so much. I always come back to it. I usually come back to it for these 3 shades here, like the orangey red ones. I feel like I don't have colours like that in my collection, so I always come back to this palette, especially for those. Great to travel with, it's got a mirror and it's just very compact and slim. Lips. If you've made it this far, I love you, you're great. Nice one. I'm in my little Colourpop box over here because I do have a few. So the lip liners that have just done it for me this year, obviously I talked about the Jeffree Star one in my high-end video, but these ones are so much better and they're so affordable, are the LA Girl Perfect Precision lip liners. I have 3 different shades here. I have the shade Sugar and Spice, I have Bear, and then I have my favourite, which is Cafe. These are the best eyeliners, lip liners I've ever used, I've ever tried, I've ever bought, and they're like £5. So they are pencils, so you do have to sharpen them, but they are so good, so creamy, and they last such a long time. I don't care. I'll sharpen them as much as I need, but they do also last a very long time. This is the second Cafe that I've gone through. I've gone through a whole one. This is my second one. I just love them. We have so many lipsticks. Oh my god. I'll do the lipsticks first and then I'll do the glosses as the last thing to end the video. These Colourpop Luxe lipsticks are the best, like, twisty up lipsticks I've ever tried. These are way better than the MAC ones for me. They're so much more comfortable and they don't dry as much on your lips. I have tons of these. I have like 6 of them, even more, but these are my 2 favourite ones. I have the shade What's Your Sign, that's my ultimate favourite, and then I have the shade Appy, which is also a bit more of a muted brownie nude. These so much, I'm obsessed. Talk about Drugstore for a minute. So the Rimmel liquid lip colours are amazing. I have 2 different shades. I've got my red one, but it's up there. In the shade Mocha. I've had it in a recent favourites, so I have talked about it recently, but they just last really well on the lips and they're so comfortable. I've said it before, I do like to compare these Rimmel ones to the Jeffree Star formula. I have tried the Jeffree ones and I love the Jeffree formula. That's why I compare these to them, because for me personally, they are very, very similar. We have this little fella right here. This is fairly new. I feel like I got this around July maybe, so I haven't loved it for the whole year, but since July I've been obsessed with it. This is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink and it's in the shade Driver. It is an amazing nude. It's a bit more of a paler nude, so I like to pair this with a bit of a darker nude lip liner. This, I feel like it lies on the packaging, because for me personally, this does not dry down matte. If I want it to be matte, I will use a bit of loose powder and I will just tap it over it. I love the shade and I love how comfortable it is, so I kind of look past that. And we have the final Soph product. She came out with these little lipsticks. They're just like little bullets. They're by Revolution. This one is in the shade Syrup and it's just a really, really nice nude. I think at the drugstore, I feel like they struggle to make these warm brownie nudes that we all love. I don't know what it is, because I can never find the perfect kind of nude at the drugstore, apart from the other one that I'm going to show you, but she just killed it with this shade. Again, this is Syrup. This is my favourite. These are like £4 each. Try them, they're really good. They don't last forever on the lips because they don't dry down matte. They're just kind of like a cream satin finish. But you know what, it's just a little bullet. You can just literally like top it up and you're good to go. And we have NYX. The soft matte lip creams are also just incredible. This one in particular, I need another one because I've run out of this guy. But this is in the shade London and it's my favourite nude at the drugstore. Perfect brownie pinky nude for me. So comfortable. They don't dry out your lips or anything like that. They are just really, really comfortable, and I think that's what I love the most about these little guys. So if you've never tried any of these NYX products, any lip products from NYX, just try them. They're really, really good. We have the guy I'm wearing on my lips right now. This is my favourite red lipstick in the entire world. I'm obsessed with it. It's my favourite. It's the best. I've gone through a whole tube of this because this guy right here. This is the Colourpop collab with I Love Sarai. And it's the Ultra Matte Lip and it's in the shade Arriba. This is the most long-lasting red lipstick I own. It's just amazing. I don't know what else to say. It just dries down matte. It's that blue undertoned red that just makes your teeth look really white and really nice. And I just love this. I'm pretty sure that I had this in my last yearly favourites, but I don't care because I love this so much. If you don't have this, and if you're going on the Colourpop website anytime soon, get it. We have my ultimate nude. This is still, I just wanted to make sure everyone is aware of this. My favourite nude, holy grail, whether it's drugstore, high-end, whatever, it's still this guy here. This is the Colourpop Ultra Satin Lip and it's in the shade Strip. My perfect nude, it has been for 2 years now. 2 years running, this is still my favourite nude. I have like 3 backups because I have like a fear that they're just gonna like discontinue it or something, but I've got my backups. I have 3 glosses and then that is the end of the video. My favourite gloss, which is again Colourpop, this is the shade Champagne Mammy. I love this so much. It looks more pigmented in the bottle. It's amazing. They smell great, they last really well on the lips. This is the Loreal and Camila Cabello Havana collection. This is the Lip Dew. Again, it doesn't say the name of it on it. It just says HWR60E. This is in the shade Havana, but there's only one in her collection that looks like this. So yeah, it smells pretty much the same as the Fenty one. No, actually, it smells more like cake. This is very comparable to the Fenty one. Very, very, very comfortable on the lips. I just don't think it lasts as long as that one or the Colourpop one either, but it's still really good and I still love this. Then we have my favourite gold gloss, or like gloss topper. This is the Colourpop Ultra Glossy Lip and it's in the shade Neat Freak. I'm obsessed. It's the perfect peachy gold gloss. That is how I explain it. And that's how I'm gonna end the video. Okay, I'm done. I'm so tired. I feel like I've been filming for about 2 hours. My god, that is a lot of makeup. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this whole video. I love filming yearly favorites videos. That is the end of the video, guys, so I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know like your favorite drugstore products, if you love any of these. If I have sold any of these to you, let me know what you're gonna get, what you want to try. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and also make sure that you're subscribed as well. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!